Well, and what's up? It's Josh. Welcome back. Today we are reacting to The Flash Season 8, Episode 8. Last episode we saw the return of Goldface, and he brought siege onto the CCPD trying to find the meta-human cure bullets. Yeah, I mean, that part of the story wasn't my favourite part. Obviously, the other part we had was the double date between Frost and Caitlin, which was more interesting. The only other thing that the Goldface bit did was build that trust between Barry and Kramer, to then for Barry to give Kramer his identity at the end, which was really cool, and I'm super excited to see what they work with the rest of the season between each other. But yeah, actually, without much further ado, let's get into this episode. This one looks quite good. It's about the guy that Barry didn't think he committed the crime. So I'm really excited to see if what they do with this. If you guys enjoy, remember to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. You know what? That might have been the smartest thing Barry has ever done in 8 seasons of this show. That might have been the single smartest thing Barry has ever fucking done. 8 seasons and 8 episodes. Wow. Okay. Fair enough.
These days, I'm writing the headlines, not starring in them. Must be nice.
What's her problem? I mean, obviously they were in prison together, but like, allow it. She's doing well for herself. Fucking people, man. I don't know. There might be more to the story, but first assumptions. Mental, so that's burning hot enough that Frost can't fucking freeze it or cool it down. What the fuck?
Honestly, it feels like you're asking us to believe in something impossible.
Yeah, I am. Because if anyone had when I was a kid, my dad wouldn't have gone to jail.
I was waiting for the line to be delivered from the promo, because it was in the promo and I was waiting for the delivery. And here it is, and it was delivered the way it was meant to be. And it was cold as fuck, and I love it, and I agree, you know, I actually back Barry 100% on this. I don't think he's our guy. And I love that he's put on them, and I think it would actually be a really interesting story if he is the guy behind it. It just depends the way they go about it, you know, everything has a correct method. If they do the method right, I think it could end up being a really great episode. If they fuck it, then they fuck it, but you know, I am really excited to see how the rest of this goes.
They don't know what today is. I do. February 1st. Henry's birthday.
Right, okay. I'm glad that got explained, because I was hella confused. I didn't know whether it was the day he got locked up, or the day his mother died, or whatever. But, you know, a bit of an explanation to the start of the episode would have been nice.
So, we're gonna go with it. But next time, please run any changes this big by me first.
I love that for Allegra. I love that, you know. Actually, I don't think we've seen her use her powers properly all season, bruv. Since she had the whole ultraviolet thing last season, we've not had anything from that. Bruv, this is why I say the show's overcrowded. I mean, this is a great moment for Allegra, but for her superhero, we ain't seen her once. Fuck me, we actually haven't.
Thanks for the save.
So is it like, is it him? Is it not him? Is he just not in control of it? I'm so confused. Or is it a different sort of magma monster? There's not been a lot of context this episode. I'm really struggling to follow what the fuck's going on.
Yes!
I like that it wasn't actually the Flash that saved the day for this one. It was someone else, and it was unique. This episode has had a very unique vibe, and I really appreciate that, especially after the renewal. And I wasn't overly happy about it, but if they keep bringing unique episodes and unique stories and giving us something new than the same old, instead of the same old shit that we've got for the last 5 seasons, I'm actually not too pissed off about season 9. It just depends if they keep up with this or not.
Iris did too, until you called in a favor with the boss. Guess you learned that in prison.
Alright, bang her in her face. I don't even care. You know, I was all here for redemption and making up. Bang her in her face. Just fucking do it. Just all your weight, Allegra. Just absolutely knock this bitch out. What kind of, what fucking, what? Bro, you think that's gonna fly? Do you know who she is? Do you know who her sister was? Bro, people, man. People just don't know when to shut the fuck up.
No, I'm sure you enjoyed it.
Most I just remember being loved.
I have really enjoyed this episode. I know I haven't spoken much about it, but there's not been a lot to talk about. I feel like I've mentioned the big points, but this has really shown like a more human and weaker side of Barry, and I've really enjoyed that. And it's not something we've ever really seen before, and I'm so here for it.
There's a meta serial killer out there. We need to find them before somebody else gets hurt.
Yes. Just yes. Because honestly, this is different. And it's made 2 stories linked to something. Well, no, it's had one story and it's linked it to something huge that we're going to potentially see throughout maybe the rest of the season even. So absolutely I'm here for this. Wow, I didn't expect it to take this turn. Yeah, go on. Well, we'll do the same as always. Quick talk about the episode, then into the promo. Loved it. It's been the best episode of the season, even including Armageddon. Like, there was, I would say it's probably on par with Armageddon episode 3, or 4, one of the 2 that it was the one where it based in 2049, or whatever year it was, 2029, whatever. That episode I really enjoyed, but I would say this was on par with it. It's got a mystery around the rest of the season. It had, a really deep impact with one of the characters. The main character, we got to see a weaker side of. We got a deep dive in how they were feeling, and it didn't feel like the same old shit we've been given for the last 5 years. It's this episode that was really I just pushed way too hard on my throat. I choked myself. What the fuck? But yeah, no, it's an episode that made us feel really deeply connected to Barry, and I really enjoyed that. I loved the Allegra storyline. I wish we had a bit more time on that. But I understand why we didn't see any of Frost this episode. No, we saw Frost. We didn't see any of Caitlin this episode, and we didn't see much of Iris again. We saw a bit of. We saw a bit of Iris, but it's like I said, we're still a bit overcrowded. We still can't give that time to everyone. But it worked. It worked really well. I'd give it a 9.5 out of 10. Like, honestly, it is up there with one of my favourite Flash episodes ever. Like, it was incredible. I don't have much more to say. Let's just get into a promo because I'm excited to see what's happening next. Here we are. The promo for episode 9 is called Phantoms. Let's get into it.
Feels like nothing I've ever encountered.
It can appear and disappear at random, like a ghost.
Put Star Labs on lockdown. Evacuate while you still can.
This is cool. So it can appear and disappear at random. It's unlike anything Barry's ever seen. Evacuating Star Labs. We've got quite a lot already. We've got Allegra and Chuck here, meaning maybe we'll finally get something with them this episode if they're locked down in Star Labs. Maybe like some sort of, if they're in trouble, like maybe some sort of confession for how they feel.
It's here.
This is probably one of the best promos we've got. It hasn't given too much away. It's got us on edge. It makes me want to see next. Want it to be next Wednesday. I want to watch this. Like, this episode's got me so pumped for the rest of the season. I can't wait. Yeah, that's the promo. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I'm super excited for that. Let me know what you think of this episode. I am actually really curious to see if people enjoyed this, if people didn't enjoy this, what their theories are for the rest of the season. Do we think this is our big bad for the season, or is it a two-parter, or what? The fact that we're seeing it again so soon does make me think it's a two-parter. But some of the two-part stories do have really solid storylines. I am really excited to see what they'll do with it. If you guys enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.